to face because of that offense.
That's exactly right. I mean, they have to be on their game defensively if they're going to keep pace in this one.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Ariza. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Here's Teague. He has 6. Over to the wing. Putt. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. The Hawks second.
Kevin, this is a phenomenal defensive team. Not just good, they are excellent. They've made an awful lot of outstanding defensive plays. They're on the same page, they're aggressive, they're focused, and they pay attention to detail. That's why they keep teams from getting good shots in the paint.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and it's Booker in for Michael Beasley.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's Schroeder following the basket by Freak. Millsap misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Freak. They get it again. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his first points in this one.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Millsap a screen. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. There's the dish to Horford. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, not a fan of moral victories, but that game in a lot of ways was a confidence booster for them because they really didn't have it that night and yet still had a chance.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think they're one of the few teams that can play that poorly and still almost come away with a win.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Offense through Freak. Coach putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here's Schroeder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. To the paint, they set the pick, and Capella sends it back. They get it back. Tries yet again, and as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
And it's Freak missing.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Picked by Humphries. They double him with Freak. Hardaway for three. That's good. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
Freak with it. Up in time. No good on that last second attempt there. And so the first quarter is in the books. Rockets lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
Our attitude approaching the game has been, we can beat any team in this league. If we work together and, put everything into play, we'll be all right. And that's the kind of attitude we've been having. That's the attitude we have to keep.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce?
Same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Houston.
They've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
Freak, he's in at the point. Brewer is out there with David Lee. Then there's Howard. And it's Moore in at the two-guard spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Korver. That's tipped, but they get it back. Teague. And that one hits back iron. Rockets leading by 4. And here's Freak. The shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Teague kicks to Korver. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Hawks passing it around. And there's Korver on the assist by Scott. Korver's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Hawks. Here's Freak. No good there with the step-back J.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Korver gets a wide-open look. And again, it's Atlanta.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
It's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
So for the Rockets, Lisa comes in for Corey Brewer. Here's Freak, 11 points in the game. 1:53 left to play in the first half.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now. First in fewest turnovers per game. First in opponent field goal shooting. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
And both free throws good from Freak.
And checking out the game for Freak. 13 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Heat gave them a bit of a boost. He ended with 11 points, and a lot of his contribution coming from the charity stripe as he was drawing fouls. It was a complete outing for him, one that he hopes to be replicated here. Guys?
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Brewer is checked in for James Harden. And then for Atlanta, Chris Humphries has checked in for Horford. And Mike Scott subbed in for Paul Millsap.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Houston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And Booker gets to Brewer. And there's the pass to Freak. He squares up and sinks it. Freak's got 17. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
There's the dish to Schroeder. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Atlanta with the ball. Following the miss by Freak. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Freak. That will count. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Houston on top, leading by a point. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the side.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards, and it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. Feeds to Korver. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
And stolen by Cephalosha. Pass to Teague. Picked by Horford. And Teague, here we go. Jumper off the screen, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
The 3 from Korver. It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got his 3rd rebound tonight. There's the feed to Ariza. Dishes it to Freak. No good on the triple. Hawks shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Teague drives in. It's rebounded by Houston. Beasley's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.